Last night, the IDF bombed a UN school in Gaza. While the UN and much of the world was quick to condemn the Jewish state, evidence has come to light that Hamas was the cause of the destruction.
The IDF has investigated an incident that took place yesterday when an UNRWA school was bombed by the IDF. The investigation has discovered Hamas fired mortar shells from the Jabalia school before the IDF retaliated, killing Hamas terrorists as well as children that were being used as human shields. At least 30 were killed.
This is a breach of international law and is a continuation of the cynical use that the Hamas is making of the civilian population in Gaza. Amongst the dead were a number of civilians, but there were also Hamas terror operatives, including the mortar launching squad and the known terrorists, the Abu Askar brothers.
We're still checking the reports, but initial investigation shows that mortar bombs were fired from within the school grounds. They were fired at the IDF forces, which returned fire to the sources of the shooting.
IDF forces were operating in the Gaza Strip when they came under mortar fire from Hamas forces. They returned fire to the source of fire, also using mortars. Unfortunately, after the event, it turned out that the mortar fire from Hamas was coming from within a UN school. The Hamas had cynically used the school, where a number of civilians were taking refuge, as a location to fire on the IDF.
Proof has also emerged that the school was being used to store weapons, as secondary explosions were witnessed following the primary explosion from IDF fire. In the report, the military mentioned that this is not the first time Hamas has used schools as a launching site in an attempt to prevent countermeasures being deployed by the IDF.
The IDF is deeply concerned at the continuing use of civilians by the Hamas, and we can see that they have been doing this for a number of years.
The international media was quick to blame Israel and exhibit shots of children killed in the blasts. Hamas used the incident to appeal to the UN for a ceasefire. CNN quoted UNRWA Director John Ging as saying that everybody here is terrorized by the situation and there is no place that you can be safe if you're a civilian here. The UNRWA spokesman demanded an impartial investigation, though he did not name a body he considered impartial. He also refused to respond to the IDF report detailing Hamas's use of the school. Concerning the footage released by the IDF of a 2007 mortar attack from a school, the spokesman said that the terrorists entered the building after it was deserted.